Having completed all our passage planning and preparation, we are all clear to head south. Today is morning of departure. We are headed from Chesapeake Bay down to Beaufort, which is the first leg heading all the way south to Miami, over 200 nautical miles away. As we make this route and round the infamous Cape Hatteras, there are no ditch points to bail out of the passage if we want to, or if we need to. Didn't really sleep well last night. I'm always anxious before we set off. It's been over 4 months here, so time to get the show on the road.
Nap.
Breakfast.
Oh. Engines on.
To take us from the Chesapeake down to Miami, this will be passage leg number 1, taking us 240 nautical miles over 40 hours. We're up and away, filled up on diesel, we've got some wreck fuel for the dinghy, but we are having to motor. We're head to wind, even though we've got enough to get a screecher out, but we'll see how things go and how things pan out and see if we can pull something out later.
Nice. Time to destination, 52 hours at this speed.
52 hours of motoring at that. It's dinner time and we are entering our first night of the passage. Apart from having to motor, all is going well. It's a moonless night, so all we have to guide us is the electronic chart and the lighted buoys. Scarily, not all the buoys are lit. Unlit marker, I can't even get it on my camera.
Did you get it when I shone the torch on?
No. Oh yeah, I can. I'm on watch and it's 2 AM. We are still motoring, nothing's changed there. We have good wind, angle, sorry, definitely got good wind. We've got good wind angle, but only 5 knots of wind behind us, which means going downwind we only have 3 knots apparent wind. Now it's 0, so definitely not good wind. Dustin and I do 3-hour blocks of watch, so he's gone down to sleep and I'm on watch. Despite us thinking that it would be quite busy with this weather window being mid-October, it's really quiet out here at the moment and nothing much is out here. And quite pleasant. So I'm just chilling out a bit and keeping watch and looking on the horizon to see if I can see anything. Got the radar up. It's a clear night, so no rain for us tonight. I'm awake after a 3-hour sleep. I slept pretty solidly. Now that I'm awake, it's time for Dustin to hand over his watch to me.
So I've downloaded the models and no change for the next 24 hours from what we already knew. So there's nothing new there. There is a warship, I think it's that one over there, coming through, 103 metre US vessel. There's been a couple of ships in the night, otherwise very quiet night. Lots of spiders.
And flies, I've just seen.
Yeah, lots of flies, lots of spiders, bugs generally. Really far away.
Come see what you're doing.
Little pig, little pig, little pig. check the engine. What's our rudder angle?
Starboard 3, 4.
All fine. All good under the hood.
Dustin's out checking the fuel level. We've been motoring now for 12, 16 hours. Deck's wet.
A little bit of grass caught on the guy lines.
Just a little bit of grass.
Yeah, caught around the guy line.
Doesn't matter.
That'll be slowing us down. Starts up like a Michelle.
Get the boat hook, get it off. There are just a lot of flies out here on the boat. Random little and big flies being gross. Sleep time for Dustin. We have winds right behind us. Apparent wind is still 1 to 2 knots. Motoring. Nothing's really changed. Going a bit faster than us. Although a tortoise goes quicker than us. They can't be comfortable. And no, not much is happening. If you're bored, just think. You only got 15 minutes of this, while we had 40 hours of it. There's a lot more boat life around. We've got 2 really slow fishing boats out front just trawling with their lines. Looks like they'll clear out of their way before I reach them. Stuff like that is what makes me feel a little anxious. I don't like any change from the straightforward autopilot on, motor on ahead. It's not being lazy, it's just a little anxiety. Maybe, maybe not. Leave it for you to decide. Dad, this one's for you, just over there. Not that you can see it, is the famous kiddie hawk with the Wright brothers that you keep telling me about.
We're around Diamond Shoals, we're past it.
Are we?
I think it's all a scam.
Why?
People just talk it up. It's just people want to have their thing be the biggest and baddest thing in the world so they can feel like they're tough. This boat just drove through the middle of Diamond Shoals, no problems. This bigger boat, thing in front of us, 35 metres, drove across the middle of the Diamond Shoals, no issues. I've just driven across the edge of it, so I was a little timid. And it was 16 metres deep the whole way, even though the chart says 6. It's all a scam. It's just to frighten tourists. That's all it's about. It's nonsense. Oh, we're at Diamond Shoals, so scary, wreck your boat. However, there are an estimated 5,000 shipwrecks along here, but yeah, be that as it may.
This stretch of coastline along North Carolina's Outer Banks is infamous for its number of shipwrecks. Dustin covers the reasons for these wrecks in his video, Graveyard of the Atlantic, The Science.
To mariners over the last 500 years, this stretch of coastline has been infamous. From the Chesapeake Bay down to about Southport, this stretch of coastline has claimed at least 2,500 ships, and marine archaeologists put that estimate as high as 5,000 potential shipwrecks in this area.
Maybe they're just bad drivers.
That's all it is, bad drivers.
I'm not worried about the shoals because that's sorted. I'm more worried about the mosquitoes that are eating us.
And the flies, look, there's another one.
The flies
It's just invaded overnight.
The flies aren't that bad. It's the mosquitoes. There's about 20 hiding in a corner inside the boat when you go in. So now the boat looks like a mosquito massacre because I've gone around and taken care of business. But today's business right now is lunch. It's day 2. Still plodding along, motoring, but we've rounded Cape Hatteras now. The monotony of the trip is finally broken with a fish on.
Oh, we are on! We are on!
After the fish feels hooked, I am directed to change the gear to neutral. They're neutral now. After 5 minutes of fighting whatever is on the other end of the line, we need the gaff.
Gaff? Dolphins.
Hovering like sharks. Would they steal anything?
This is where you're looking for. We've got friends too. Mackerel.
Where is it?
Backing mackerel. You want to come do this? So I can gaff?
To land the fish on the boat, Dustin usually controls the gaff, which is the big hook, and I take the rod to keep the fish under tension. But on this occasion,
Oh no! What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? Quick! What have you done? Lift the line! Lift the line!
yep, the one that got away. I lost that big mackerel. I didn't maintain the tension on the line as I took it from Dustin, so the fish spit the hook.
Alright, go. Autopilot back on.
Dustin's seen a dolphin, so he's run up to the bow to hang off and talk to it. It's like any sane, normal human being. Coming into our second night of passage. It's still lovely and settled. We're about 2 knots of wind, and tonight we should get in early hours, so about 1 or 2 a.m. we'll get into Lookout Bight near Beaufort Inlet and anchor. Got some nudity happening next to me because it's shower time. We've had the hot water on with the power coming in from the engine, so it's been a nice warm shower and on to dinner. And the killing of mosquitoes continues. We've almost ratted all of them out, I think, but there's been easily 100 on the boat, and they're still going with a vengeance. We're on the approach to Lookout Bight. When we get in, we'll drop anchor. A new day has come. We're safe at anchor, and this is a day to relax and prepare for the leg of the passage tomorrow. Although it's tempting to continue on, we had to stop for a storm due to pass through, and we plan to catch the wind off the back end of this weather front. This day of rest and catch up on sleep made a huge difference to our energy levels on the next passage leg. Didn't quite make up for the mackerel lost.
Not very mackerel territory. You're making an ass of yourself.
Toss him back in or no go?
He's probably not going to live. But maybe he will. He's away.
Now that we're safe at anchor, we're going to wait here for this storm to pass through. And then we'll catch the winds to Miami, maybe. If not, there's several ditch points in between.